And just said, I found your husband. He fell, and he had fallen off of his work trailer putting up Christmas lights.
An area man is learning to walk again after he was doing something we all do this time of year. But thanks to fast-acting neighbors, he was able to get much-needed help. Tonight, Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer introduces us to Matt Jensen and his family. And she has a story on what you need to watch out for when hanging Christmas lights.
Based on his age and his health, and that he did have sensation, were all good things. And then at that point, he basically only gave us the odds of 20% chance that he'd walk again.
Matt Jensen was hanging up Christmas lights on his new home when he lost his footing and fell about 8 feet right onto the cement.
So he fell from the top of that.
Jensen's wife, Megan, wasn't home at the time.
This neighbor heard Matt calling out and came to his rescue and, called me and the ambulance.
When Matt fell, he landed on both of his heels. This crushed his L1 vertebrae. He needed surgery immediately.
Without the surgery, the ER doctor told me he would be paralyzed.
And now Matt is still recovering. He's in rehab at a specialized spine center in Duluth. It's going to take some time before he can even stand up on his own. And the damage to his spinal cord is expected to be permanent.
Hi. This hurts a lot. Feels good though.
But Matt's wife and 3 kids are hopeful. They say Matt is going to defy the odds, and that 20% chance of walking again, well, that means nothing.
I know that he's gonna, be motivated to walk again, and I'm not even gonna worry about that percentage right now.
And the Jensens are beyond thankful for their neighbors who responded to Matt's cries for help. Megan says she thinks it's crazy how all this pain has come from something that is supposed to make people smile. In Glendon, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
And this isn't the only obstacle the Jensens have faced in the past couple of months. Megan's mom passed away around the same time of Matt's fall. The community has come together to help the family out. A local radio station donated $2,000 to the family through their Christmas gift program. Coming up after weather, do you recognize this woman? Fargo police say she's suspected in stealing a wedding band worth thousands of dollars. Plus, why parents in North Dakota should be a little concerned if they have a teen driver. But first, Robert, we dealt with warmer weather today, but we're going to wonder when we're going to see our next chance of snow.
Yeah, the warmer weather not sticking around. The chance of snow, sleet, freezing rain, all of those increasing as we head through the overnight hours. Live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team's Skycam network. Quiet conditions right now here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, but becoming less quiet across the northern valley. We'll show you that here in just a moment. 35 degrees right now, feels more like 27. Moorhead, but a bit cooler. Temperatures right around 30 degrees. Temperatures elsewhere across the region, a mix of some teens, 20s, 30s, and even a 43 down in the Sisseton area, 37 in Valley City, 39 over in Jamestown, 34. Up in Langdon, 15 in Badette. The cool spot, those winds still relatively light out there, but they're going to become very strong as we head through the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. Could see winds gusting as high as 50 to 55 miles per hour along and west of the Red River. Wind chills as cold as 1 in Badette, 7 in the Bemidji area. Cloud cover on the increase as that potent little system makes its way on off toward the southeast. Underneath those clouds, already seeing some mixed precipitation just right along the Canadian border, and this activity will continue to slide off toward the southeast, and that will give us that chance for some freezing rain, some sleet, some snow, maybe even some plain old rain in some areas, and that will slide off towards the southeast and create some slick conditions across much of the area by tomorrow morning. You want to keep attuned to the latest forecast. Make sure you're checking those roadways before you head out the door tomorrow morning. A stripe of snow from the arrowhead of Minnesota through parts of Wisconsin, and more snow from the Great Lakes into the northeastern U.S. For us, overnight tonight, that area will continue to slide off toward the southeast, a mixed bag of precipitation. Again, a chance for some sleet, some freezing rain, some snow. Then the big story will be the winds tomorrow. Again, those winds gusting over 50 miles per hour times along and west of the river. That in combination with some snow showers, that may create some travel difficulties as we head through tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening. So we've got that chance for some freezing rain and some ice. Not everywhere in this area is going to get it, but this is the best area that could see some slick conditions because of the ice, and also a touch of snow with those snow showers as temperatures fall through tomorrow afternoon. Winter weather advisory in effect for this area for that risk for some ice, followed by some snow. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day with A mixed bag of precipitation, strong winds developing. They'll continue through the lunchtime hour with some snow showers around and temperatures falling into the 20s by tomorrow evening. Picture of the day, it's a dandy one. December sunset in Moorhead. Thanks so much to Karen for sending that in. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, it's going to be a wild one, and then quiet conditions Thursday. More snow late Friday on into Saturday. More snow still Monday and Tuesday, but temperatures throughout the next 7 days above normal.
And if you're ever curious about what's going on tomorrow, you're always encouraged to use the what?
Valley News Live weather app.
There it is.
At the ready, 24/7.
24/7.
Yep.
Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
Well, new for you now at 9 tonight. A young girl had to be taken to the hospital after being hit by a car while walking in the crosswalk near Grand Forks Elementary School. Police were called out just after 5 for the crash near Lewis and Clark Elementary. Officers say a parent was walking with the child when the crash happened. Investigators believe the driver swerved to avoid the parent and hit the child. They are unsure of her condition at this time. The driver was cited for care required. Also new at 9, Discovery Middle School in Fargo is going to be expanded and upgraded. Fargo School Board unanimously approved plans tonight that provides facility upgrades, additional space to accommodate growth, and remodeling existing space. The expansion will allow Discovery to accommodate up to 1,100 more students. So here's what's going to be done. The areas in the blue will be upgraded, including security entrances, adding a wrestling and multi-purpose area, along with space for music rehearsal. The improvements also call for handling increased traffic. The total cost is estimated at more than $16 million. And students at North Dakota State College of Science in Wahpeton are finishing up finals, which can be a stressful time. But adding to that stress, many are trying to deal with the loss of a classmate after he was found dead in his dorm yesterday. NDSCS first-year student Nathan Gossett, which was just 18 years old. Students tell us his body was found in Noggard Hall, where he lived on campus.
So I looked out my window and there was probably like 3 or 4 cop cars here, and there was a coroner's van. When I walked into the main lobby, I caught it like just at, I guess, the perfect moment. And the coroner and a cop were wheeling a body bag into the elevator and then obviously going up to go retrieve the body.
Police are not yet releasing how Gossett died, but the school says counseling is still available for students. We've got more information about that with our story on our website at valleynewslive.com. Fargo police need your help identifying a woman who is suspected of stealing a wedding band worth more than $25,000. Take a look. The surveillance pictures provided by police are not the best quality, but she's described as a heavy-set Asian woman, about 5'3" to 5'6", and in her 30s or 40s. If you recognize her, you're asked to call the Investigations Division at 701-241-1405. Police say you can remain anonymous. A decision on charges in the fatal shooting of a Minnesota woman is expected by the end of the year, but some in Minneapolis are ready for a decision now. Justine Damon was shot and killed by Minneapolis police officer Mohammed Noor on July 15th in the alley behind her home. The Hennepin County attorney has yet to announce whether he will bring charges against Officer Noor, and many say it's time to make a decision. Reporter Zachary Lashway has our story.
On July 15, 2017, Justine called 911 to report hearing a possible sexual assault. Minutes later, she was gunned down in the alley behind her home.
Catherine Hamburg, with Justice for Justine,
in a quest for justice,
is calling for answers.
The results of the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension investigation into the shooting have not been made public.
Hamburg says Justine Damon's family and friends know nothing more about the circumstances surrounding her death than they did the night she was killed. She says the person who does is Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman.
And despite having had these findings for 3 months, Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman has yet to announce whether he will bring charges against Officer Noor.
The group demands Freeman's announcement comes as soon as possible so it can be properly processed.
Not overshadowed by other news or by the holidays.
So why is this taking so long?
It is a little bit of a head scratcher for me.
Marsh Halberg is a criminal defense attorney and was a prosecutor for more than 25 years.
I will be truthful that I'm wondering why the decision has taken any longer than it has.
However, Halberg says he applauds Freeman for making the decision himself, rather than sending it to a grand jury.
I think this is a difficult case for the state, and that may be another reason for the delay here, is that this is a challenging case, and you don't want to charge a case unless you have a good faith basis that you can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
The county attorney says he's still planning to make a decision on filing charges by the end of the year. As for the group Justice for Justine, members say they will hold a rally following the announcement, regardless of the decision, at the site where Damon was killed. A replacement for Senator Al Franken will be named tomorrow. Franken announced his resignation last week amid a growing cloud of sexual misconduct allegations. The second-term Democrats' official resignation date has not yet been set. Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton's pick will serve through next year's election, when voters will pick a candidate to finish Franken's current term, which ends in 2020. Earlier speculation included Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith as Dayton's preferred choice. And many parents worry when their teenagers start driving. A new study says parents in North Dakota should be concerned. That's because North Dakota ranks as the third worst state for teenage drivers. A number of factors contributed to the ranking. The state has the third most teen DUIs, as well as the third most teen driving deaths per teen population. Minnesota was near the middle of the pack, ranked as the 21st best state for teen drivers. The state ranked the absolute worst for teen drivers was Montana, while New York was ranked as being the best place to drive for teenagers. 22 lucky Grand Forks kiddos got the chance to shop with a cop today. Grand Forks teachers helped pick kids that were excelling in the classroom and some that have extra challenges to overcome this holiday season. Like Nevia Ducato, she's been living in a shelter with her grandmother. They have to take the city bus to get around town, and she was picked to spend $100 to shop for her relatives tonight at Walmart.
Out in Nevia, her teacher says all the kids want to be her partner in school, so I'm pretty happy about that. They said she's really nice and really polite, and she's helpful to the kids.
The Grand Forks Police has a golf fundraiser to raise the money spent, and Walmart even contributed $1,000 to help bring a Merry Christmas to many. It's a season of giving, but in a year devastated by natural disasters, some charity groups need your help to keep giving back. The Salvation Army in Grand Forks is well short of its goal, and that's because there's a lot at stake. The group estimates they've already made $70 grand, far from their goal of $390,000 for the Christmas campaign, which is just half of their next year's operating budget.
Well, this has already been budgeted for next year, so basically it's already been spent, and if we don't have it, we're going to have to make cuts in other areas.
So if you're interested in bell ringing, the best way to get involved is to call your local Salvation Army. And a Fargo man spotted an act of kindness that he wanted to share with us. Terry Brown was walking into Hornbacher's in North Fargo, and he saw a young girl giving a piggy bank full of her money to the Red Kettle bell ringers. Brown says the bell ringers were shocked by the girl's gesture, and he says he couldn't believe what he saw. It appeared the young girl's mother was crying watching her little girl do such a nice thing. I love that. Coming up, we've got the latest updates for you in the race for Alabama's historic Senate seat. That's still ahead tonight.